Yo, hello and welcome to the Full Force News Burst Live. I'm in heaven, clearly. It's a little earlier than usual, just kind of getting this out to everybody early. Is anyone joining? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, it does look like I've ascended to the heavens, doesn't it? With all the white going on. It's because I kept splicing, Hello, Eric. How you doing? Right now, of course, I'm going live at this point to do this news burst to cover a couple of stories that popped up today, and I kind of wanted to do them at this point. Maybe just basically squeeze it out, get it out there, get it done, get it talked about, get interactive with you lot. Hello, X Factor 17. Hello, Baumer. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Really appreciate it. So, what are we talking about today? Well, two stories. The first of which involves Flame Toys. Hello, Matt. The second of which involves SUPER7, and there'll be even more to talk about once we get to the end of those two stories, as well as we've got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys. Hello, Romeo. Sup, dude. Oh, that's sorry, Matt. You can't listen, but you'll be watching. That sounds eerie. That sounds really, really creepy, but that's fine, Matt. Not a problem. Hello, DGD Hype Productions. Howdy. Sorry, it took me a while to work that out. It's all letters. That's all I saw. I thought it was Welsh at first. I thought, oh, interesting. Anyway, let's get on to the first news segment of the day, basically, and that is in Flambe Toys, or Flame Toys, as they're known. God, it really is almost not enough time for me to get that properly changed. I need to really increase the time limit on that explosion. Okay, so what are we talking about today then? Well, Flame Toys have revealed way more images and pre-order, technically, for the Ore Striker model kit, which is obviously scaled for their Flame Toys model kit figures of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Thank you, Adam Drake. A little inside joke there. Thanks for checking 80s tease for me. Hello, Mark Bradley. Hi, Chris. I'm in the UK and can watch a live stream before bedtime. Get in there. I know I'm trying to do it a little earlier today. I'm sorry about in the previous times. X Factor 17. Fingers crossed for something special coming tomorrow on my birthday. Well, if I work bloody hard tonight, then yes, X Factor 17. And I will be shouting you out in a second anyway. But first up, let's talk about this beautiful Ore Striker. So obviously they've gone with, well, let's give you the details first and foremost. In the description, I've posted the HISSTANK article that kind of broke the news in the first place with all the details. But then also there is a pre-order for $99 on the D4 it's the d4toys.com website. Now, what I have noticed in the past, and we've come up with this numerous times, is that particular pre-order, again, the link is in there. I've put it underneath the HISSTANK link as well. But that, if you pre-order from there, shipping is going to be astronomical. It's like 70 something bucks for the Snake Eyes or the motorcycle or whatever. It was a lot of money shipping wise. However, this will obviously be coming out in Target at some point. They've already had both Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and both motorcycles. So it's no doubt that we're going to be seeing this in Target eventually. So you might want to hold your horses on that, unless you want to get in on it early, in which case, by all means, go ahead and spend, 70? It's going to be more for this because it's big. So this beautiful beast of a vehicle is scaled for those particular model kit figures, and obviously we can see Snake Eyes inside and out on this particular image as well. From what I could see of him sitting inside, did I get a good image of that? Yeah, not really. There were so many images, and again, you can check the images on our Facebook page, on our Twitter, or follow the link on HISSTANK and look at the images there. There are so many, like 24 of them. So I didn't want to put all of them up here because we'd be here all month just kind of trickling through them. Baumer, it does look rather high-tech, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Now, what I will say about this particular Ore Striker, it's not your classic green crankcase driven vintage style, is it? It is far closer to the Arashikage 4x4 style or striker that they brought out for Retaliation. Now, that's not to say that the actual build isn't an Ore striker, because I mean, you look at it, it's all the hallmarks are there. The only obviously major difference is that bloody great big giant laser cannon on the top of it, which I think fires a projectile, if I'm not mistaken. There were images of it kind of half coming out, I think. But still, I think, you know, you could. I'm kind of looking at this thinking, oh, I kind of want one, and then maybe another one that I could paint green. And let's face it, inevitably they're going to want to reuse the tooling and maybe knock something out that's a little bit. Maybe they'll knock a green one out at some point. God, think of your words, McLeod. Knock a green one out sounds awful. But I think this looks absolutely gorgeous. I think really impressed with the kind of size of it. Now, as I was saying before, some of the images show Snake Eyes pretty snug in there, and that Snake Eyes model kit figure is significantly smaller than a classified figure. Now, that's not to say that a classified figure won't shimmy in there, but I'm going to hold out and wait to see, you know, like the first images of people trying that out, which I really do expect to happen at some point. I expect some of these kind of like to trickle out, and then, you know, people like cramming classified figures in there just to see what it kind of like looks like with them. Because I think for, you know, if they scale well with classified, they're going to sell so many of these. The motorcycles didn't scale very well with classified figures. There was, I know Diana Davis, shout out to Diana Davis. I know that she had one of the motorcycles and she put the Duke classified figure on there and he basically like stood over it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you could get away with it, but it does look a little bit like, you know, like that scene where Krusty's riding the tiny little bicycle. You kind of got visions of that a little bit. So yeah, the kind of jury's out on that one. But I do think it looks gorgeous. And obviously we've got, like I said, a lot of the kind of callbacks. You've got the shape is there, obviously the kind of framework around like the kind of what the roll bar, the roll cage. But then they've added that like middle segment in there as well to kind of like give it a bit more stability, I guess. I can't remember if that was on the Retaliation one. It might have been. They might have just taken it directly from that. In any case, removable engine cover, and the engine is way more detailed than the original vintage, but very cool. I'm kind of wondering if that does actually plop out. I imagine it does because it is a snap together kit, so I'm guessing these things do kind of lock in there. Hello, David. So I think it's really cool. I do think it's really awesome, and I think if it's going to be huge. They gave the measurements are ridiculous, like 20. What is it? They actually have the measurements on the image, don't they? Yeah, 28 centimeters long and 20 centimeters high. Quick math, that is, I have no idea. You're going to have to Google it. But yeah, about 28 centimeters in length, 20 centimeters in height. It's a big vehicle. So excited about that. Now, yes, Romeo, sorry, good point. Good side point there. Cobra Island figures are available at Big Bad Toy Store. Yes, we posted that yesterday, I believe. Yeah, really cool to see those back out again. If you didn't get Beachhead, if you didn't get Baroness, if you didn't get Barbecue, yada, 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 go get them from Big Bad Toy Store if they're not already selling out. But yeah, thank you for that, Romeo. Thanks for the reminder. Matt, can't hear what I'm saying, but that thing looks dope. Going to have to rewind this at some point and listen with volume, but hope it can hold classified figs. That's what that is what I'm talking about, Matt. I don't know sign language, so yes. Anyway, really cool. Fingers crossed, classified figures can go in there. Maybe even those Cobra Island ones that Romeo mentioned a second ago. Romeo done. That's what they called So Solid Crew reference. You won't get it, guys. You won't get it. This is also really cool. Like some of the details in the interior. Like I love that the steering wheel. Obviously, that's a callback. The headlights. I mean, it is effectively very close to the original design. And I love inside some of the detailing, like the little buttons on that other side panel kind of thing are really cute. I'm really into it, really digging it. And yeah, like I said, looking forward to seeing if classified can work with this. Now, what do you guys think? And also, there's an image there of Snake Eyes utilizing the sunroof. So the gun's tipped back and he's popped his head out and he's using a bazooka or some sort of rocket launcher, which is pretty cool as well. So all very, very awesome. Now, the other story that dropped today, I think that's all I really need to talk about on that. Was there any other details I need to talk about? Well, the wheels are turnable. The front wheels angle and can be adjusted. Even top cannon angle is adjustable. Engine and driving panel are highly detailed. We've seen that. The model kit is made of hard plastic ABS. It will be good for professional model kit users to make their own coloring or striker. So what they're saying is that you can just buy this, paint it green, is what they're saying. With different injection colors of runner parts and simple assembly design, it will also be suitable for model kit beginners. Snake Eyes are sold separately, obviously. The product is a plastic model kit. Image show a coloring example from professional painter. Actual product requires assembly and coloring. What it will probably be is the images that we're looking at will probably be more basic. You're not going to get some of those really nice kind of like flashes and touches. I doubt you'll get that colored panel. I imagine you'll get the Arashikage logo, but it'll probably just be all black. Maybe some slightly different. They do say like some of the parts are slightly different plastic, basically. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that sentiment. David says, these figures were so detailed and articulated. I put Snake Eyes together and it was awesome. Yeah, I know yourself. I know Phil Donnelly did a video on that as well. I know a lot of people have got the Snake Eyes figure and they love it. Can't wait to see that Storm Shadow in hand, actually. Eric says, if it works with classified, great, but if not, oh well, it's still stunning. Absolutely, Eric. Yeah, very good point. And you could kind of use it in like background displays, couldn't you? You don't have to have them in there, but that could be behind them as they're all like, in poses and stuff. Thank you, Cody. I am, well, I don't know if I am the man. I am a man, I guess. I'm a human, but thank you very much. Brian says, I would like to have seen this in classic green, but as they said, Brian, you can paint yours. It's a model kit, effectively. So what they're saying is they've done it in this style. You probably would have been better for them to do it in green, but I think it matches the rest of, well, one, it matches the rest of their aesthetic with Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Two, it's probably a lot cheaper to produce in this when you're dealing with the same plastic. You know what I mean? Because I'm guessing it's going to be the same plastic as Snake Eyes was. Not the same molds, I know, but the same plastic component. I don't know, maybe. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did it for cost, But yeah, if you're doing it with green now, that would be a bigger cost. So, as a model kit, just paint it green. That's exactly what I'm going to do, by the way. And I'm not sure about the Arashikage logo, by the way. I want to look at it. I think it's raised, but I think it's only painted on a raised segment. I don't think it's like a raised logo, if that makes sense. But all will become clear, I guess. What I'm saying is I think it's a raised square, but is a painted logo. I'm not sure if it's a raised Arashikage, literal raised logo, but we'll see. Because obviously, if you want to paint it green, you'll still have the Arashikage logo on there. So I've got a feeling that's just a box, basically, or a little block. Hello, action figure expert. I'm doing very well today. All is well. I hope you're doing well too. If you joined in at this point and you can't really see my background, I've got a white hat, a white t-shirt, and a white background. It looks like I'm in heaven. Plastic is very strong. Sorry, that was David's comment. Plastic is very strong. Awesome. I expect it to be for the model kit as well, especially for that Snake Eyes figure. Could be a nice dreadnought vehicle with the right paint job, says Baumer. I like that. I like that thinking. And David says figures had lots of stickers. Okay, so it could be a sticker as well. That's great. Thank you very much. Something I didn't even think of there. Something I didn't even think of that could be a sticker. But anywho, awesome. We will see what it comes with as we go. Next news item: Target have dropped pre-orders for their two most recent. Sorry, Target have dropped pre-orders for their last two officially revealed troop builder waves: the G.I. Joe Soldier female combat engineers and the Snakelings. So we've got these really cool images from Super 7. We'll start with the combat engineers. They look great. Really, really digging the vibe. Really digging all the different kind of variations. And of course, we're going to get a lot of weapon and accessory variations too. So that's awesome. Yeah, so really cool about that. And also the snakelings, just look so good, don't they? Like straight out of the Pyramid of Darkness there. So I think we can all expect a shipwreck and a snake eyes at some point in this disguise. I think we can also expect, well, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you something for nothing, guys. Related to this news, because obviously this is the end of the news burst, technically, and related to Super 7, it's all been a bit kind of like smoke and mirrors, but I can reveal that tomorrow-ish, I want it to be tomorrow, X Factor 17, because it was X Factor 17 who managed to hook this up. But I will be speaking. It might be the day after, I apologize, but it's going to be in soon. I will be dropping an interview with Brian Flynn of Super7. Yes, I got the chance to chat with Brian yesterday, and I've been working on the edit. It's going to take a while, so I've got a lot to do still, but I'm going to try and get it done for tomorrow on X Factor 17's birthday. Isn't that weird how all that kind of came about? But if it doesn't go tomorrow, I apologize, but it will be out as soon as possible. And it was brilliant. I can tell you now that Brian went into loads of detail. There's a bunch of reveals on there too, which you're going to love. Straight up. And also like some really, just great stuff. Lovely man, Brian, and cannot wait to speak to him again. He's even requested that we do another interview on the lead up to San Diego Comic Convention. So they have things up their sleeve basically, but I'm not going to reveal too much. I want you to enjoy the interview. Like I said, I will be busting my hump to get it done tonight for tomorrow. But if it doesn't go out tomorrow, apologies, it will definitely come out soon. If not tomorrow, the day after. Anyway, what you all saying? Baumer, this line has gone deep, hasn't it? Really deep. And that's something that we discussed actually in the interview. I'm just going to be like making you all angry now because you're all like, why did he tell us this now? And then you're just going to be teasing us the entire time. Well, that's how I roll, isn't it? And you can't do anything bad to me because I'm already in heaven. Can you not see? Anyway, A Punk with Toys claims that it's a Super 7 cash grab. Tongue in cheek, I hope, A Punk with Toys. But you'll obviously, well, Brian will explain in the interview tomorrow. But I'm still going to put you. I'm still going to put it up there. They are making some great figures. Too bad they are poorly articulated. Well, they're not poorly articulated. They're just less articulated. The articulation they have isn't poor. It's just less of what you're used to. And again, it's something that Brian does touch on in the interview. It's something to go along with. Why am I even saying it? I'll just let you watch. Joe says, do you think on the female figures, the one with the silenced pistol, would that be able to go into the bag? Let's have a look. No, I think the bag is one complete piece. I don't think it's like an open thing or has a little compartment in it. I don't think it is. Baumer, is straight up a Paula Abdul reference? No, it is not. I know what you mean, but no, it's not. Marauder Ruben lolling in the background. How you doing, sir? I thought I'd put it up anyway, but how you doing, pal? Good to see you. A long time no see. Anyway, yes, so I'll be chatting with Brian tomorrow-ish, maybe the day after, depending on how hard I can work in the next few hours. So that's pretty much the news. Okay, well, let's transition back into, what I usually do. And I've only got a short period of time to do it, so here we go. Made it with time to spare. Right, now you can see that I'm in heaven again. I thought I'd come on, do a quick burst. This isn't like a long one where we spend hours and hours chatting about stuff, is it? But there you go. The news is that Flame Toys have revealed their Ore Striker officially with official images, beautiful images at that. including a pre-order on d4toys.com. However, as I mentioned, you might as well wait till they turn up in Target or Target online. It won't be very long. They usually kind of churn them out pretty quickly. But as I said, the link is there. If you want to go ahead and spend like close to $80 on shipping, that's up to you. X Factor 17 says, I'm excited to watch it. Can't wait. Brian is always a great interview and you do a great job, Chris. So I know it's going to be fun. Isn't that love? Thank you, X Factor 17. Thank you for setting it up as well. Yeah, so, okay. That will be me then, I guess. Thanks for joining in, guys. Really, really appreciate it. I will be back, like I said, very soon. I mean, we're still early in the week, really. We're only halfway through. Yes, Joe, shout out to Callsign Longbow, smashing another unlock. They are really going great guns. I don't know where that came from. They're doing an amazing work. So, yeah, shout out to Callsign Longbow. Baumer, thanks for the heads up. You're welcome. Full force. Right, I will, like I said, I'll be back very soon with Brian Flynn, and if not before that, with other news that drops. And if not then, I'll see you on the weekly. But I'm pretty sure you'll see my interview first. It's been an absolute pleasure again. I will speak to you on the other side, guys. Well, actually, yeah, I suppose because I'm in heaven, so when you come up here, although probably most of you guys are going to hell anyway, aren't you? In a handbasket. Who's hell in a handbasket? Anyway, that's enough from me. What we always do about this time, after 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. See you later. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.